Have you ever wondered why the fire on the altar in Leviticus chapter 6 had to be kept burning continuously? This enigmatic question harks back to the ancient text of Leviticus, a book nestled within the Old Testament of the Bible. It's a question that stirs curiosity and invites us to explore the depths of biblical wisdom. Leviticus chapter 6 is a fascinating tapestry of guidelines and instructions, primarily directed towards the priests of the time. It elucidates on the nuances of offerings, serving as a spiritual guidebook for those tasked with maintaining the sanctity of the altar and the rituals that surrounded it. Every word, every verse holds significance, and the continuous fire is no exception. It's a symbol, a metaphor, a divine commandment. But what does it truly mean? What secrets does it hold? Join us as we delve into this fascinating chapter, breaking it down verse by verse. The first 13 verses of Leviticus chapter 6 discuss the laws of the burnt offering. Here we delve into an intriguing aspect of ancient Hebrew ritual, the ever-burning fire on the altar. This fire was to be kept alive, continuously, never to go out. Day and night, through wind and rain, the flames danced, an undying testament to the divine. This unquenchable fire held significant symbolic value. It represented the constant presence of God among his people. Like the flames on the altar, his presence was unyielding and ever-present, a comforting beacon in times of turmoil and an unwavering guide in times of uncertainty. But the fire symbolized more than just presence. It was also a symbol of God's judgment. The flames consumed the burnt offerings, just as God's judgment consumed sin. Yet, within this symbolism of judgment, there was also a promise of purification. The fire, in its relentless consumption, also cleansed. It took the offerings and transformed them, purifying them into something new. This was a powerful illustration of how God's judgment, while daunting, also carries a promise of renewal and transformation. Now, who were the custodians of this eternal flame? The priests. They had the solemn duty of maintaining this fire. It was a responsibility that required diligence and commitment. The priests tended to the fire, added fuel to it, and ensured it never went out. This task was not just about physical labor, it was also a spiritual endeavor. In performing this duty, the priests were participating in a divine task, serving as the intermediaries between the people and God. This eternal flame was a powerful symbol, but what about the rest of the chapter? Let's continue our exploration to uncover more hidden wisdom within the verses of Leviticus chapter 6. From verse 14 onwards, Leviticus chapter 6 introduces the laws of the grain offering, the sin offering, and the guilt offering. These rituals, while seemingly complex, carry profound significance that transcends the boundaries of time and culture. Let's delve into these offerings, starting with the grain offering. This was a voluntary act of worship, a gift to God expressing gratitude and recognition of his provision. The grains, symbolizing the sustenance provided by God, were presented unblemished, mirroring the perfection of the divine. It was an act of giving back, a way of saying thank you in a time before words could fully encapsulate such sentiments. Next, we have the sin offering. This offering was made for unintentional sins, those missteps and mistakes that happen in life. It was an acknowledgement of human fallibility and a plea for divine forgiveness. The sin offering served to cleanse the individual or community, reinstating their spiritual purity and re-establishing their relationship with God. Lastly, we come to the guilt offering. Similar to the sin offering, this was presented for unintentional sins. However, the difference lies in the nature of the sins. The guilt offering was required for sins that caused harm to others and needed restitution. The act of offering was a tangible expression of remorse, a commitment to make amends, and a pledge to restore what was lost or damaged. Through these offerings, the people sought not only forgiveness, but also a means to make things right. They were taught responsibility for their actions and the concept of restitution. It was a system that encouraged introspection, repentance, and change. So Leviticus chapter 6 is not just about fire and offerings, it's a lesson in responsibility, forgiveness, and continuous relationship with the divine. It serves as a timeless reminder that in our journey of life, making amends and seeking forgiveness are as essential as gratitude and worship. Having broken down Leviticus chapter 6, what are the key points we can take from it? Firstly, the symbolism of the fire that never dies is profound. It was a divine command to keep the fire burning on the altar, a testament to the unending worship of God. This instruction has a modern-day parallel. Our devotion and commitment to our beliefs should be as constant and unyielding as this ever-burning fire. Secondly, the importance of the offerings, particularly the sin and guilt offerings, underline the significance of atonement and restitution in ancient Hebrew culture. These offerings serve as a reminder that actions have consequences, and it's our responsibility to make amends for our wrongdoings. Lastly, the core lessons of responsibility and forgiveness resonate throughout the chapter. We are encouraged to take accountability for our actions and seek forgiveness, not just from others, but also from ourselves. As we close, remember that ancient texts like Leviticus have more to offer than just historical information. They provide timeless lessons that still resonate today. Are you ready for the next chapter? Just click here to go straight to it.